Welcome to our session on grader management, controlling TA access to grades by section in a merged course offering. Our agenda today, we'll introduce you to Purdue, tell you about the challenge we face in controlling access to grades in large courses, show you the solution we created, and relay some lessons we learned along the way.
Hello, my name is Leo Smith. I'm a Brightspace administrator for Purdue University at the West Lafayette campus.
My name is Addie Sweet. I am a senior support specialist for Purdue University. I work within the ticketing system for Brightspace tickets.
I am Rob Faltemier, the Brightspace administrator for Purdue University at the West Lafayette campus.
And I'm Ben Holmes. I'm an ed tech consultant, also at the West Lafayette campus. So I do a lot of Brightspace support for faculty.
Purdue is a land-grant school in Indiana with a focus on STEM fields. The West Lafayette campus hosts over 52,000 students, with almost a third studying engineering. This means we have many large courses to manage, some with enrollments approaching 3,000. And now I will hand it over to Ben Holmes to talk about the challenges that we faced.
As Addie mentioned, we have courses upwards of 3,000 students. And so our challenge was to control lab TA access to the grades in large merged courses. So for a course of 2,000 to 3,000 students, we might have 130 sections merged together. And when the course coordinator and the instructor are the responsible parties and responsible for the course content, and the TAs are doing grading just for their sections and helping their students one-on-one, it's not really appropriate to have TAs have access to all of the grades for those thousands of students. And so we needed a way to limit access. When we implemented D2L Brightspace in 2019, 2020, D2L suggested that we use the grader role for this because it could be set to allow access only to the sections within the merge that the person was enrolled in. But this was a manual task to make sure that they got into the right sections, and it was quite tedious. With 130 sections, it could take an admin 10 hours of time to lay out the course with TA access to be correct. We also didn't have an easy way to audit that to see which TAs were assigned to which sections in Brightspace. So I'm going to show you in Brightspace how this looked as a manual process before we started creating the grader management tool. So I'll hop over to Brightspace and show you that. So we were using the users tool. So I'll go up to the gear and to users. And essentially what we would do is we would search for the TA. So we'd go TA by TA and go to manage user enrollments for that TA. And under the enrollments, we would search for current enrollments. And I'll go ahead and apply that. And then we would search for the course. And then we would see the results for the course. So this shows all of the sections within the large merged course that the TA has access to. And so you can see it's quite a long list. And so for each section that the TA should not have access to, then what we would do is click on the pencil icon and click not enrolled. And then we would go through and do that for the next TA. So you can see that was quite a tedious process.
Our developers were able to build a custom Java app inside of Brightspace using the D2L APIs that serve two functions. We empowered our instructors to enroll each TA as a grader in the desired sections, and we were able to provide a view or audit which sections a TA has access to as a grader in a large merge course. Our grader management tool is a custom tool that is available to our instructors from the course tools menu of our course nav bar. Grader management provides a drop-down list of the existing users enrolled as a grader, in which you can select one. And at that point, You can look for available sections that the user can be enrolled in. And in the middle section provides you a list of options that you can perform on either the left or right drop-down list there. The right list will display the current enrolled sections, which provides you the audit or view of existing enrollments. It's easy, quick, according to each user. And the good thing is inside of here, until the submit option is selected, it's not saved. So you can do a what if. And at the end, if you decide you want to change it and reset it back, you want it back to as it was, you just select the reset option and you will be back to as it was when you first came in. It's easy to manage the greater enrollments in these large courses, as Ben was mentioning, with 3,000 student enrollments and 120 lab TAs by empowering our instructors to do it themselves.
So now if we look at the grades from the perspective of one of our graders, we can see that they can only see by section. And in fact, they can only see the section that they're assigned to. Most of our graders are only assigned to one section. And so this is a good approximation of that. They can see only their students, and for their students, they can make edits to grades. They can see all grades. They can do anything that a grader can do, but only for their students. And now we'll pass it over to Rob to talk about some of the lessons that we learned through this process.
The lessons learned doing the grader management is it is possible to control user access to grades in a large merged course. Simplifying the process for your users can save time for instructors and administrators alike. Using Brightspace APIs to create custom instructor tools can save time over using built-in Brightspace administrator tools. The automating administrative tasks saves time and it minimizes the mistakes. The key takeaway is that you can empower instructors to do tasks themselves, put up the guardrails to protect them, and achieve faster and more accurate results.
So we want to thank you for watching our presentation on grader management today. And we've put our email addresses here on screen. We welcome your questions. So if you're curious about anything, need more information, please do reach out to us. Thanks again.